I mean, they did it every time, every single time. With the Titanic, the first time that the Titanic came out, like I'm not. It's not even a joke. Like people, um, people would quit their jobs. They would, y- like I said, before the Titanic ever set sail, people were at the stock market trying to get their money out of the stock because they thought or knew that the ship would never reach the other side, or or like the Concorde, like it's really actually kind of funny if you looked at the data and looked at how the stock market worked, you would notice as the aircraft took off, people sold stock, and then when it was in flight, and then you would notice before it got to the other side, they would start to think, well, maybe it will get to the other side, and then it would land, and suddenly there'd be a run on the stock market, and it's like, well, all sales are final. I'm sorry, you sold your stock. I mean, I guess, I mean, with the new price, because my people were like, you doubted him, so they would charge them more. Anyway, it depends on how the stock market worked at the time, but basically, everyone always wanted to get their money back, get their money out, because then they thought, well, no one will ever fly it, or there won't be enough fuel. There's not enough fuel. But like I said, if you look at Pearl Harbor, you'll see my great big huge 9 great big huge fuel refineries, and then I had another set above there. I had 9 there, and I had oil fuel refineries everywhere for all my different things, for my trains and for my ships. They would fill up from my oil refinery. I had the oil and I had the fuel, and like I said, I'm from the old days when if you don't have it, you don't go. I worked my way up to where I was. It took a lot of years of inventing. It took a lot of years of everything. So I had more. I had all the oil wells. I had all the fuel thing. I mean, everyone always believed, nah, they'll never get oil out of the ground. And then the next thing you know, there's oil in there. It's like, yeah, well, we knew there was a coal seam. We just, you know. Anyway. Anyway, though, we looked for where the oil was bubbling out of the ground, and then we sunk a well, and then, like I say, where there's oil, there's coal. So we just took the core samples and said, well, look what's down there. It's this big black stuff. So we sucked the oil out, and then we went down there and mined it. And the weight compresses everything, so, Anyway, because water fluid, it's a fluid versus what's called. Anyway, though, it's like down there like 25, 36 feet, so we knew what was down there before, Anyway. So, but, that's what I knew and what I know and what I do, that's different, because I'm Lucifer, the Lucifer. And, we had been around for thousands of years, millions of years, and, and everything else like that. And I invented flight, so anyway, to me, America, Germany, Italy, and like France, and even India, like you're my tribe. Over the years, like I've saved you, I've protected you, I've let you into my borders, my cities, and so you became a part of what is Lucifer, me. So. Like India was big on textiles. Those people that are now making microchips, they used to be my textile workers, and they worked hard, and they made all the clothes, and they did everything, and they worked every single day without complaining, and they worked hard. So, like I said, I knew what my people could do, and I know my people very well. So, I knew it was possible, and I never doubted my people. I never doubted my Irishmen. Like I said, when you work with somebody for hundreds of years, you're like, they'll get it done. I know them. The Irish. They'll get it done. If it's possible, they'll get that ship in. So, I knew, like I say, I could cry actually because, through the mud, through the silt and snow, My Irishmen would go to do things, and they'd be like, they were going to do it regardless, and and even later on, people tried to kill them, and that didn't go very well. I'm not really with the black tribe anymore. They turned their back on me, and I turned my back on them. So, I rode with what is Britain, what is Germany, and Ireland, and India. So, I said, those brown boys, they made their choice. So, anyway, so I'm over here now. Anyway, they wanted to just kill me and take over. So, I don't like killing one of my groups, but wrong is wrong, and they made the wrong choice. So, anyway. But yeah, flight, ships, and all that other stuff, that was me. So.